I'm Tom Silva, and welcome back to This Old House. Today,
we'll show you how to dress up our ceiling by boxing in the beams.
The bathrooms are coming together upstairs, and we're going to show you the basics of tile layout.
And here in the kitchen, we'll show you how to make our island look like a piece of furniture. Okay, here's one.
One of the focal points of our front yard landscaping is a new walk that's going to go from the street straight to the house and into the garage. It's going to be made out of stone that was brought to us on a truck. Roger, what is it and where did it come from?
It's Pennsylvania fieldstone, Kevin. We've used it before in smaller pieces in walls, like at the Newton project, but this time we're using big, massive pieces to make our walkway.
So relatively flat. We've got a lot of jagged edges and layering. There's even some moss and lichen on this. So you're really going for that sort of natural look.
Right. Now that's what our landscape designer, Jen Nawada, wanted. A random walk, because we're going to have nothing but straight lines here. You got the house, you got a huge pergola that's going to run down here almost 20 feet from end to end.
Well, I get the huge pergola. I mean, is that sort of the counterpoint to these gigantic stones? Because right now, in the current state, they look huge for this yard.
Yeah, but wait, like you said, the big pergola goes in, the grass goes in, the plantings goes in. These are going to blend out, add some randomness to the whole thing.
All right, I'll take your word for it. You guys are putting them in right now, just sort of dry fitting them?
That's right. What we like to do, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. I want to come in and lay these pieces in as tight as we can get them to eliminate the cutting. That's what takes all the time. So if we can get a good close fit dry, then once we set them and trim them, we'll have a real tight walkway.
All right.
Kevin, we came in and we dug out all the walkways, we put in pack and compacted it so it's all ready for the stone. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the stone dust, which we put water with, and we're going to put it down, and that's what we're going to lay these big pavers in, because it'll support them and it'll also conform to all the little indentations on the bottom of the stone.
And this stone dust, this is just water and stone dust, no mortar.
Dry laid. Kevin, they're just going to slide that piece in, get it up tight to the driveway, and then just take the rubber hammers and bang it into place. We just use the string line as a guide, and we bring the stone down till it's nice and level with the line. We're laying the stone dust bed for our next stone, and this is where it starts to get a little tricky. This stone has to fit tight to this one, tight to the driveway, and be level to the line.
And the jigsaw puzzle begins.
It does.
And I see some yellow lines on the perimeter of both these stones. Is that potentially where you're going to cut them?
Yeah, this is where we laid out our next one, and we're probably going to end up trimming this to get our next piece to go in, but we've got to get this set in place first.
It doesn't go down quite as fast as perfectly rectangular bluestone, does it?
It's a lot more work, Kevin. This is where the craftsmanship comes into play. We have to fit these pieces tight together, and it's more done by eye and a little bit of measuring. What we're doing now is we're laying out a line so when we cut, that third piece is going to slide right in tight to the other one. He's using a grinder with a 4-inch diamond blade on it. It's a perfect saw for making a cut with a little curve in it.
Anything bigger and you'd have a hard time curving it?
That's exactly right.
So you don't have to cut all the way through?
No, we're just scoring it about an inch deep, and then we're just going to snap off the rest of the stone.
Well, it's a far cry from just putting down pavers, isn't it?
Just rubbing the cut so that when we're done, you can't really tell there was a cut there.
Hammer, chisel, and sandpaper all in one. Oh, that's a nice fit, Roger.
Now we just got to put some stone dust underneath it and set it in place.
We're also using the fieldstone and bringing it right up to this front step.
Yeah, Kev, we got this bluestone landing and we got a 6-inch riser going into the house. We want to match that riser come down to our fieldstone walkway, so we got 6-inch riser here also.
So fieldstone for the walkway, and you've also put some fieldstone here on the face of this riser?
Yep, we got a fieldstone riser to match the fieldstone walkway.
So we got a lot of traffic right here. Any extra concern with making sure that this is particularly level?
Yeah, we want to keep this area right here as level as possible. Keep it as tight as possible so there's no trip points on here coming into the house.
No trip points underfoot, but what about the wintertime when you're trying to run a shovel over this? I mean, it's a rustic look, but is that going to be a pain to shovel?
It will be a little harder to shovel than just a regular asphalt driveway or bluestone walkway, but you got to deal with it a couple months out of the year. It's not that bad.
Well, I guess that's the price you pay for this good luck.
Yeah, it'll be beautiful when it's done though, Kev.
Boy, this is really coming along, Roger. This section going to the driveway, all of its staggered joints, these random stones, really big and beefy.
The walkway coming in from the driveway is done. The landing in front of the door is about 75% done. All we have left to do is this walk going out to the street.
Now, this section's wider, right? 5 feet, you said?
Right, and this is going to be a little different. In between the stones, we're going to leave like a 2 or 3 inch gap, and then we're going to plant that whole thing with little green plants.
So to soften it up, wow, that is going to be a great way to approach the house. I can't wait to see this finished.
Me either.
Our kitchen cabinets arrived about a week ago, and Tommy's guys have already started the installation. The base cabinets are in, the upper cabinets are in, and we're in the process right now of putting the island in, Tommy.
Right.
All of these cabinets were custom made for us down in Pennsylvania, right?
That's right, and they're really well made, Kevin. What I like about these cabinets are a lot of things. Number one, the size of the cabinets. You normally see these are 3/8 to 1/2 inch thick. These are 3/4 of an inch thick.
And this is plywood here.
That's
so
right,
nice and
pre-finished on the inside,
Great.
maple. The back of the cabinet is 1/2 inch, and lots of times you'll see the back of the cabinet's 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch, or maybe even sometimes particle board.
Exactly.
All right, so a beefy box.
And it's really stiffened up with this board right here. It really takes the racking out of the cabinet when installing it. It's really strong.
So the structure is good, although we're not going to see a lot of that when it's all finished up. Let's talk about the parts that we are going to see.
All right, how about the drawer? The drawer is pre-finished maple. The dividers are adjustable. The hardware is hidden, so you can disconnect it and take the drawer right out. You don't see any hardware,
as
right?
opposed along the side
Right.
here.
Now let's look at the drawer box itself. This part of the drawer. It's dovetailed on the front and the back.
Wow.
Really strong.
These
And
are
the
sturdy.
face frame is basically attached from screws from inside.
Now this particular one here is painted, it is actually hand brush strokes, right?
It's milk paint, and it's hand painted with a brush and then sprayed with a clear coat to protect the paint.
All right, and we've got a little bit more work to do on the island?
Right, the 3 boxes are installed, and now we want to dress it up.
Okay. Our kitchen was designed by Donna Venegas, and she's going for a furniture look to the island.
Right, she designed a panel right here with 2 legs on the end. Now all we have to do is scribe it and fit it and screw it in place.
The boxes are already scribed to the floor, and now we've got to do the same for the end panel. So we scribe the bottom of the legs, and now we'll take away the material with a grinder.
To help out the floor finishers, I pre-sand the floors before I install the legs. I pre-drill the cabinet for screws and screw the cabinet to the panel.
There's seating for 4 on this corner of the island, and then the entire island is going to be covered with a big wooden countertop.
Right, and this piece has to go on first. That will go underneath that countertop.
They've pre-drilled it for pocket screws to make it easy for us to install it.
Right?
On this side of the island, the countertop is going to be supported by 2 freestanding legs.
To keep the bottom of the legs from being kicked out, if someone should hit it hard, there's actually a square hole on the bottom, so we cut a square peg, and we'll screw this to the floor. Okay, there's one. All right, let's see if it's plumb. All right, good that way. And it's good that way. Now we have to check the top for being level, and then we can screw that.
Is that good?
Good right there.
All right, let's screw the underside of the counter to the leg.
All right, let's check that plumb. All right, it's good that way. And good that way.
The floor is not perfectly level. We want to make sure that the island is. So on this side, we actually had to remove a little bit of the material on the leg.
Right, on this end, our floor is a little lower, so we have to add a piece on top of the leg. So I cut some pieces and we'll tack them on top.
And with our last leg secure, we'll be ready for our custom wood countertop, which will be here in a couple weeks. Upstairs, we have 2 bathrooms, and they used to be adjoining, and we separated them so that we have a master bathroom and a second bathroom for the kids. And they also used to be pink and black. Well, as you can see, the pink is gone and the white is in. And Rob, you're about halfway done in here. The wall tiles are already in place and the floor tiles are just dry laid. And I know with you guys, it's all about thinking through the layout before you do anything. So what did you have to consider here?
Well, I considered here I got 2 fixed points. I have the apron
Right?
and the top of the tub.
Okay.
The top of the tub wants to have full tiles because it looks a lot better than having a half cut there.
Right.
And you want this to be a full tile because you don't want to cut into this.
So you do have a full tile here and you do have a full tile here. It worked out perfectly. Just a coincidence? Did you get lucky here?
Well, this is a variable.
The border.
Yes, it used to be 9 dots. Now it's 7. So I was able to cut out 2 rows, drop this down, and there it is. I have my perfect cut right there.
And no one's the wiser. Very clever. Okay. So wall tiles are in, floor tiles are still dry laid here, ready to go in. What's going on with the plywood border here? I've never seen this.
Well, the plywood border is to keep this parallel. So when I lay these down in here with the thin set, these can't move around because they will move around on you.
Right, so this is going to come out eventually.
Yes, and then I can put these back in.
Right, the border there. Okay. Now I've actually laid these hexagons, which come in a sheet myself before, and I know that you, on one edge, always end up with a straight line, and on the other edge, you always end up with these little points. And I guess my question is, how do you sort of reconcile that? What goes where?
Well, I like to start with the half cuts in a straight line right at the threshold.
Right here, so we can see the straight line exists, and then you're eventually going to put in half tiles to continue that straight line right there.
It's the first thing you're going to see when you walk in the bathroom.
So you want that to be the neatest.
Yes. Plus, this line here, this row, this long run,
Yep.
I would have to cut all those in half, all the way down. On this side, there's very few cuts.
Okay, so we get the good look, and it's also nice because you have fewer tiles to cut. That's going to save you some time.
Yeah, it is. And I have another technique to cut these in half.
Let's see.
When you're cutting sheets that are square, you're cutting through a plastic mesh. It's really simple. Go 1, 2.
No problem at all. Okay.
Now these, on the other hand, are quite difficult.
Because you're not just going to run your knife straight through the back there, because there isn't a straight line.
There isn't. So you have to take your time and cut. Right. And then when you have to cut out some other angle, it's too slow.
Because you could be cutting, what, 20, 50, 100 of these on a job?
Yes.
All right.
So I'm going to cut them like this. Line these up. And here's my handy cutter.
A torch, huh?
Not too high. Now, I'm going to melt it.
Not cut it, but melt it.
Exactly.
Wow.
There it is.
No way.
Ready to install.
Now, can I do that with any tile?
No, you can only use it with glazed tiles. You can't do it on matte tiles because it will stain it.
Even on a crisp fall day, it's nice to have our 2 decks to enjoy the outdoors and the view of the Charles River. But pretty soon the snow is going to be flying, so we'll be heading indoors to this nice sunroom, which is wrapped with windows. Now there are a couple structural beams that we want to cover up. This one over here has already been done. It's wrapped in poplar because everything is going to be painted, and it's dressed up with a nice piece of crown molding. So now let's get going on the second beam.
Now we want to make sure that all of this trim ends up perfectly even, and the rough beam had some waves in it. So we pulled the string line, and then we actually filled in the gap with all these spacers, and that means that we are ready to install this bottom piece.
Right. First we have to rip it to width and cut it to length. Okay, now our length is exact, and our width is a little bit wider than the beam itself.
All right, a little bit to me. All right, I got some center marks here. Just make sure that this is aligned. And when it is, I can just nail it into my spacer.
Now we cut the sides to length. Now these side pieces have a dado. It's about 5/16 of an inch deep, and it matches the thickness of the bottom. The bottom will slide right into it, making a nice tight joint and giving us a nice reveal along the edge.
All right, that dado's in. That's a good fit.
All right, Kevin, let's snap a line as a guide for the bottom of our crown molding.
All right, I'm up from the bottom, 1 3/8 inches.
Okay, that's good right there. Now our crown molding is going to run all the way around the perimeter of the ceiling. Here are a couple scrap pieces. I'm going to show you what happens if you just leave them square and butt them together. There's a big, huge gap. Now a lot of people miter them. We don't like to miter them because the joint will open up. What we want to do is cope the adjoining piece. Here's a piece that's coped, the back side. You can see it's the profile of the adjoining molding. So when you put it together, they fit nice and tight, and that joint is never going to open up. Now I'll show you how to make that cope. Now to get ready for the cope, the first thing I'm going to do is make a cut here at the chop saw. I've tipped the molding upside down. The fence represents the wall, the bed represents the ceiling. I want to position the molding in the miter saw just as it sits on the wall. So I bring it down until it fits nice and tight right there. Then I'm going to swing the saw 45 degrees across the face and make a cut. Now I want to take my pencil and just run it along the edge right here. Just want to define the edge of where I want to cope. Okay, now I want to remove all this material on this side of the pencil line and back cut it slightly. All right, now with my coping saw, I'm going to start here along the bottom, angle it back, and just follow that line. Now I'm being sure to back cut it just slightly. All right. And then come up from this side. All right, now when we bring the two pieces together, get a nice tight fit.
We've got a line that we snapped that we're trying to place it to. And then we'll just tack it in place. we're going to stop nailing halfway so that we can actually peel this one back a little bit and tuck the second one behind it. And I'll get that in there nice and tight.
Bottom looks good.
All right, tuck that off.
All right. Well, we have 2 of the 3 bays done.
It's going to be a great looking room. Want to get started on this one?
Yeah.
We are making great progress in the sunroom, and Tommy's also making good progress on the interior doors. Tommy, you got them all hung?
All the interior doors are hung and trimmed. Now this is a pocket door right here, and this leads into our new mudroom. Now this door is actually a 2-panel, that's what the architect picked out. And these are actually made of a composite material called MDF.
Now, were all of these custom for us, or is this off the shelf?
They're all custom for each opening.
Nice.
So the stiles, rails, and panels are made of MDF, medium density fiberboard. But around the outside edge of the door, there's a piece of poplar right here that you can screw your hinges in. The screws that hold the hardware will get a good bite.
So that gives us bite around the edges, and you like the MDF because this is really stable?
It's very stable, and it paints up really well.
All right, so let's talk about this entry door, because this is a significant change for our house. It used to be dark here in the hallway. Now it is really bright. We've got all the light coming in through the side lights as well as the door itself.
Yeah, this is insulated glass,
Yep.
6 lights in the door. It really does bring a lot of light into this
Tons of
entryway.
light, beautiful.
Now this is a thicker door. This is, again, MDF.
Yeah.
It's an engineered door. The inner core of the stiles are actually laminated veneer lumber. It really keeps this door really straight. That's one thing you worry about an exterior door, is it warps.
So stable on the inside, and we've got more of the hardwood around the perimeter.
We've got the poplar on the perimeter for our hinges to mount to and to make it look like a wood door on the side there. But we also have a piece of wood inserted right here for the detail that goes around our window and for our panels.
I'm surprised to see MDF on an exterior door. Does that hold up to water?
Well, this MDF that's on this door, because it's an exterior door, is made up a little bit different. It can withstand the weather.
Nice. All right, so a beefier door, even with the MDF, but of course we still want to paint it because this door
Right.
is going to take a lot of weather, rain, snow, wind, and such.
Right, and it will paint up well. Now, it comes from the factory with a primer on it, but Morrow has put another layer of primer on it, and he'll put 2 finish coats on top of that.
2 serious coats. Look at that color.
Yeah, it's pretty bright, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, none of our guests are going to have a problem finding the house. And that's a good thing because they're going to be here in just a few weeks because the project is starting to wrap up.
And we're getting close.
So until next time, I'm Kevin O'Connor
And I'm Tom Silva.
for This Old House. Hey, you know what they call this color?
I don't know if I call it red.
Well, they call it audacious.
Audacious?
Just like you.